There was a bipartisan bill that was going to go through that was actually going to help the American people with the Housing Act. And of course, Trump said, no, I don't want to do it. Screw the people. You're going to do what I want. You're going to pass the SAVE Act or I'm going to pass nothing. And he's probably going to sign no piece of legislation. That is one of the very few pieces of legislation that this Congress has done. It is the most inept, pathetic, weak. It's done nothing in the last year and a half except kiss the ass of Donald Trump and change his makeup and change his shitty diaper. That's all they've done. Yes, daddy. Yes, daddy. Yes, master. Yes, master. That's it. That's all they've done. But why? Why is this SAVE Act so important? Because the economy sucks. Inflation's going up. Interest rates are going up. People can't find work. People can't pay their bills. I heard a story today that some kids in college were selling their plasma so they could pay the rent. I'm not kidding. You got farmers filing bankruptcy. Shrimp farmers can't afford fuel, so they're shutting it down. You got people in barbecue states like Texas and South Carolina and stuff. The meat's too expensive, so they can't sell the tri-tip anymore. It's just too expensive. It's not profitable for them. He has a war in Iran. He got his ass kicked over there, and he can't admit he lost. He can't even open the Strait of Hormuz. He's such a loser. He can't even tell Israel to stop bombing Lebanon. He has no control over what's going on. So the only thing he has to do left is, because he has nothing to run on, is to rig the next election, because that's what he's doing. The SAVE Act is meant to disenfranchise as many people as possible. Stephen Miller, that Nazi today, said, we only want the right people voting. What he means is the white people voting, because that's what this is. It will disenfranchise minorities and our black brothers and sisters. That's what it's designed to do. It's designed to be a poll tax. Women are going to have to change their names by the millions and millions. People are going to have to get fuel in their car, which is expensive. They're going to have to drive some places hours because they can't do it there. How many people do you think are going to have the time or the cost to do that? It's designed to suppress the vote. And then he's probably going to put ICE agents at the voting booth, because every person in this administration in his second term is a bootlicker. That's it. Your only qualification is, will you kiss my ass and do whatever you say and say, yes, daddy, I'll get you a Diet Coke. That's it. He had in his first term people that told him no. That's gone now. If you don't think this is serious, you better wake up. This man is not planning on leaving the Oval Office. He's putting gold all over the White House. You think he's doing that because the next president's going to take it down? Why do you think he's building a ballroom without going through Congress? Why do you think he's starting this war without going through Congress? He's doing everything because he knows that Congress won't do it. Even the War Resolution Act. They voted 2 days ago to put war powers on. What happened? Two little cowardly Republicans, Rand Paul and somebody else, goes, oh, well, let's reverse that. And they just went back. That's what this is. And you know what the reality is? You know what my theory is? That all these people, I don't think it's about staying in power. That's part of it, because they don't give a damn about the country. They're probably covering for people that molested children in the Epstein files, including Donald Trump. That's what this is all about. Because they know if they don't get power, it's going to be released to the country, to the world, and we're going to see that Donald Trump and probably Mike Johnson and Lindsey Graham and Hakeem Jeffries or whoever else, I don't care if you're left, right, middle, I don't care if you're my mom, you're my dad, whoever's on there, throw your ass in jail. Period. End of story. That's what this is about. And if you think he's just going to let this go, you are sadly mistaken. He will let the entire country burn to the ground. He doesn't care if the whole country is homeless. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if you're starving. He doesn't care if you're dying on the streets. He doesn't give a damn. He'll go play golf. He'll go change his diapers. He'll go to the Super Bowl. He'll do more golfing. He doesn't give a damn. He just wants to stay in power. And he will fight like hell to do it. That's what he's going to do. And both political parties, whether you like it or not, they're complicit in this shit. You have one party that is very, very actively complicit, the Republicans, because they are probably have more people in the Epstein files. And you have the Democrats that are just sitting around fighting amongst each other, bitching over Democratic socialists. I mean, we don't even have an opposition party. That's the sad part. We have two complicit parties. One is actively doing it, one is passively doing it. if the Democrats don't win the midterms, this is probably game over for the country. You got to be honest. It's done. We might be done already. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens in the midterms. But even if the Democrats somehow win, and they should beat the crap out of them. It should be a landslide, but you still have a lot of stupid white trash MAGA that are going to vote against the Democrats because they're too stupid. They don't care. They want people to suffer like them because they're miserable. He's going to say it's rigged. He's going to say it's fake news. He's going to claim all these lawsuits. You think the lawsuits were bad last time? Now he's the president. Now he's got his personal lawyers, the DOJ, doing his bidding. They're going to put out hundreds and thousands of lawsuits. They're going to sue individuals, not because they're going to win. He's going to sue individuals because he knows they can't afford to defend themselves. He's going to beat you down and beat you down and beat you down. That's what fascists do. That's why he's suing so many people right now. He knows he's not going to win. He knows it's bullshit. But he's trying to cause what Steve Bannon said. You ever drive on the road on a sunny day? You can see for miles and miles. Now try driving when there's a snowstorm. Your visibility is about, 10 feet, right? Yeah, that's what it is. That's what he's doing. It's drama after dumpster fire, a reflecting full, UFC, gold this, Teslas on the front lawn, selling merchandise, Bitcoins, on. And it's decided that you can't get it all. So he's going to throw as much out as he can, and a few things will get knocked down. But overall, that's his goal. And the end game is very, very simple. In Batman, with Heath Ledger, Bruce Wayne doesn't understand what the Joker wants. And the Joker is Donald Trump and the MAGA base. And he's like, I don't know what he wants. Is it money? Is it power? Is it fame? Is it fortune? What is it? So Alfred tells him a story. There's this truck going through the forest, and there's millions of dollars worth of gems and minerals. And these bandits come out and kill everybody and take all the gems. For months, they never come up for sale on the black market. 6 months later, Alfred's walking through the forest and he comes across this village. These kids are playing. They're barefoot. They have no shirt, no shoes. In the dirt floor is very, very poor. And he sees them, the gems. They're in the garbage. And he sees one of the kids rolling them around like a marble. And Bruce Wayne goes, I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense. These things are worth millions of dollars. He's like, because it wasn't about the money, Master Wayne. It was good sport. Some people just want to watch the world burn. As hard as it is to hear that, that is what MAGA is, and that is what Trump is. That is what Stephen Miller is, J.D. Vance, the Lindsey Grahams, everybody that's supporting this guy, that's what it is. Some people want to watch the world burn. When you mix that with Schadenfreude, where people enjoy the suffering of others, watching it burn, your enemies, when you view an entire party as your enemy, as evil, as they're all going to burn in hell and they're serving Satan, because the babies, it makes more sense, because that's what this is about. It is about making people suffer. And ironically, his base with 6 teeth that date their sisters, they look to a band who's worth $4 billion that takes a shit in a gold toilet, flies in an airplane with his name on it, has golf courses, hotels, and mansions all over the world, and they think somehow he's relatable to the person that works 9 to 5 and lives paycheck to paycheck. That's the kind of stupidity that you're dealing with in this country. Y'all better wake up really soon, because you got about 6 months. If you think you're going to make it past then, you're not going to vote your way out of this, because you're just not. You better wake up real soon, America. Real soon. Have a good day.